Hey, so thank you for showing up for meditation. This meditation I have created, I call it the Take Five for Peace. So we're going to start by taking five just full breaths in, and you can let some side breaths out, okay, when you're ready. Feel free to even roll your shoulders. Three more. Two more. Slowly exhale down. And last one. Good. And just allow that to transition you now, just to come into this still point, this still place, allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythm, sitting with an upright spine, your shoulders relaxed back and down. Maybe the eyes are closed or softly gazing down. And let your focus be on the breath, the natural inhale and exhale. Allow the breath to be peaceful. And at the same time you're noticing breath, tune into the body, what's present. And the mind is very good at honing in on areas that we might be uncomfortable. So just noticing anywhere in your body that feels discomfort from just sitting still. Could also feel a little restlessness in the body or even the mind. And when it comes to often our emotional body, when we start to feel a little off or notice uncomfortable sensation, or let's say it feels like a constriction or a knot, like anxiety can constrict us in our stomach or the chest, or maybe we just kind of feel off in our tummy, so to speak. Our usual habit as human is to avoid this kind of discomfort, to avoid having to feel the more difficult emotions. So, this peace practice invites you to embrace it instead of avoiding it. So, the energy of discomfort can move through you and release instead of storing it in your body, which what happens when we avoid it, it doesn't go away. So, we want to free its energetic imprint. And we start this with the 5 steps for peace. And the first one is, it's an acronym actually for peace, P.E.A.C.E. So the first one, number one, begins with P for present pause. So that's what we're here doing when we're meditating. We're pausing from our life. We're encouraging our body to be still. So this present pause is powerful. It's powerful for healing because it interrupts the automatic stress responses. And whenever we hear the bell, it's actually a reminder to come back to wherever you wandered off from. It reminds you to have these present pauses that create space for awareness, helps to regulate your nervous system, and allows the body and mind to shift from reactivity to intentionality, fostering self-compassion, emotional processing, and deeper integration. So take a deep breath in and just let go with a sigh for the present pause. Okay, so moving to number 2 in our 5 steps in this peace practice. So P is present pause. The next letter is E, to embody. And so embody actually means to come back to the body. So again, that's what we're doing in the present pause, is we're tuning in, noticing and feeling sensations you're feeling in your body in this moment. You could even place your hands there. So for example, you can place one hand right now on your abdomen somewhere and place your other hand maybe on your heart center. This helps you embody by touching your body, literally. And feel free to move your hands somewhere else or to rest them back in your lap as you continue to embody any uncomfortable sensations and emotions. This is helping you heal because it allows you to process rather than suppress them. It can signal safety to your nervous system as you integrate unprocessed experiences and foster resilience, self compassion, and emotional freedom. So, just coming back to the body, just take a nice big deep breath into and body. Feel the breath, sigh it out, relax into this moment. Okay, and as we continue on this piece, like a peace train, we have P for the present pause, E for embody, and now the letter A to acknowledge the emotion itself. So sometimes it's kind of that you feel off in the body, you just feel a little tight somewhere. But now we actually want to acknowledge the emotion. So noticing what emotion is connected to the physical sensation. Okay, and this is to tend and befriend the emotion. We're not going to beat it up. We're not going to be hard on ourselves. We're not going to judge it in any way, but we're going to hold space for it. We're going to hold it lovingly, the way we would hold even a small child that's upset. Tend and befriend. And along with this is the name to tame. So when you name the emotion, and sometimes it can be a couple emotions, like anger can actually be covering up something that's really hurting inside, that's upsetting. Anger is a natural emotion to feel it, to actually want to create a change. And so, again, tend and befriend grief. Grief is like such an uncomfortable emotion to feel. And yet it's so healthy and important to us to tend and befriend, to name and tame. So as soon as you name the emotion, often when we're in the peak of the emotion, the amygdala can go off in the brain, the reptile brain, that the primitive brain that feels maybe afraid. We're afraid of the emotion, or in that moment there is fear. And we are in the nervous system response, sometimes of fight, flight, freeze. And so as soon as we name it, it actually starts to shift your brain to the prefrontal cortex, which is more rational brain, and it's not a quick fix, but if we could just stay and tend and befriend and name and tame, it can start that little bit of shift in the nervous system. Good. So take a deep breath in, blow the breath out of your mouth like a straw, really slow. And that can help start to regulate your nervous system as well. It increases vagal tone, regulates your heart rate, reduce stress, and deepen relaxation. Okay, let's continue on our peace train. Okay, so P for present pause, E for embody, A for acknowledge, acknowledge the emotions. And now we're letter C. So this is calming the nervous system. Now we've already been doing that by even working with the first three, but this time we're going to do a physiological sigh. This is very similar to a yawn, which helps switch your nervous system to the calm, rest, digest, calm, clear state. So what you do is you just take a generous breath in through your nose, and then you take another sip to fill it up even more. And then you let it go, and you can just let it go through your mouth. You can sigh it out, you can blow it out like the straw, let the breath go. Okay, let's do a couple more of those. So take the generous breath in through your nose, and then fill it up a bit more. And let it all go. And we'll do it one more time. Generous breath, another sip, then let it all go. Okay, just allow the breath to find its natural rhythm again. Come back to that place of stillness, introspective. And this physiological sigh is the fastest and most effective way to calm your nervous system. And there's a reason for this. It's because the double inhale maximizes oxygen exchange, and it helps to reduce excess carbon dioxide, which can trigger feelings of breathlessness and anxiety. This optimizes oxygen exchange and signals safety to the nervous system. And of course, when we do those longer and slower exhales, it stimulates the vagus nerve, rapidly calming the nervous system and reducing stress. Okay, so this is something we can use when sometimes our emotions feel overwhelming. You know, it's we don't want to be in the state of the amygdala again, that stress response. It's like we all know this. We need to calm ourselves down. So instead of reacting, we respond instead. And we're towards the end of our train now, the peace train. P for present pause, E for embody, A to acknowledge the emotions, C to calm the nervous system, and E, this is about embracing yourself. So I invite you to place your hands, the palms of your hands, right on your chest, one hand over top, holding your heart space lovingly with compassion, and the other hand over top of that as you snuggle in. And breathe in love and acceptance, and breathe out compassion and contentment. So do a few deep breaths, and even just taking deep breaths works in and out. Again, you can try that inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth like a straw. You're blowing out of the straw. You can do the physiological sigh, breathing in and then sipping a bit more before you slowly let it out. But as you hold, continue to hold your heart lovingly. This gesture stimulates oxytocin, holding it at least 30 seconds, if not longer. Releasing oxytocin reduces stress, lowers heart rate, promotes emotional connection, enhances self-compassion, and supports healing by activating the body's natural relaxation and bonding response. And just release your hands to your lap once again. Just come back to the natural breath. Bringing your hands into Padma Mudra now, the lotus flower position. Thumbs and pinky fingers together, the three middle fingers open, peering into the diamond light. Om Mani Padme Hum, may the jewel within the lotus be realized. Feeling your palms in front of your heart. And just thanking yourself for doing this peace practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace. And thank you so much for practicing with me, honoring the light within you. Namaste.